Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to talk about BlackBerry. And it's been a little while since I've talked about this since my last video, which was, it was kind of ranty. But, I mean, it was supposed to be. And there are reasons why, of course, I haven't talked about it. There hasn't been any announcements. We're on, basically like 2 days from now is going to be October. The phone was supposed to be here by June 30th. So there are a lot of people that are like, hey, we haven't heard about it, we haven't seen anything, you haven't said anything. Some people are like, hey, has OnwardMobility silenced you? No, there's none of this is the case. And I want to talk about some of this in this video because, of course, yes, I still care about the phone, I still care about you guys, and I still care about BlackBerry. And we're going to talk about all of that in this video. But before we get into that, I do want to say, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's talk about BlackBerry. So you've probably seen on the channel, we've talked about the Flip, we've talked about the Fold, we've talked about the iPhone, we've talked about a lot. We just haven't talked about BlackBerry. And the reason for that, I mean, it's not that I don't care. I care the most. It's my most favorite brand. It's my most favorite phone to talk about. But there hasn't been anything new. And we're still waiting. And I talked to OnwardMobility. I talked to them, I think, like 2 weeks ago. And the phone is still happening. And as hard as that is to believe, and as much of a clown sometimes as it makes me look like, it's legitimately still happening. The problem is, there just hasn't been an update, and I thought they were going to say something. I thought they would put out some information, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression, because if I keep coming here and saying, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and clearly it's not happening, one, all it does is just make you guys think that it's not, and then two, it's not helping anything. So I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea here, but hopefully one day they'll get around to making an announcement. That would be nice. But in the meantime, there's nothing I can do to speed up the process. There's nothing I can do to say, hey, I can tell you this, I can tell you that, and I don't want to mislead anyone. So what we're looking at right now, yes, the phone, to my knowledge, is still happening. The problem is, well, we still haven't heard anything from them, and there hasn't been a formal update. There hasn't been a public announcement, and we're like 4 months, July, August, like 4 months removed from the deadline for when this phone was supposed to be here. So it's not something out in the realm of like fantasy land, but at the same point in time, it's not something that there's no value to me coming back and talking about this every week. And that, quite frankly, that's just it. So I do have some stuff planned. I still have a video. I'm waiting for one last phone, actually 2 phones to come out, because I wanted to make a video about phones that you can get if you're looking for an alternative, because the BlackBerry clearly isn't here. And that's problematic. We know this. A lot of people are looking for new phones. A lot of people are concerned. A lot of people are waiting. Should I get a Key 2? Should I get a Key 2 LE? Those things are astronomically priced. I mean, if you look around on like Amazon and eBay, you'd think they were brand new iPhones or iPhone Pro models. I've seen something like $800-900. Just people. There's some people out there taking advantage of a bad situation. So also we're looking at the migration of losing 2G and 3G, so your other BlackBerries won't work. We've talked about this before. That's not new. So I feel that it's important to let people know what options and alternatives are out there if you need to get another phone, because clearly some people's phones won't work soon. BlackBerry 10 is going to be gone as soon as January of 2022 gets here, and that's, I think, the biggest thing. So I have 2 phones. I'm waiting on the Duo 2 to get here, and I'm also waiting on the Pixel 6. Now, we could probably talk about it before then. This is just me spitballing right now, saying the Pixels are one of my most favorite phones that I'm waiting for, because it's, I think, just about the best alternative whenever it comes to using a BlackBerry. You've got the Titan security chip. I know a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings about Google, but also a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings about Apple. There's I could throw so many different phones out here, and people are like, oh no, I hate them. Oh no, I hate them. Look, I get it. But what's your alternative? So I want people to have the best alternatives. I want people to know, from my opinion, what I think are the best ones that are out there. So yeah, if you pick up any Pixel 4 or 5 series phone, that's still going to last you 2 or 3 years easily, and you can get them for a very good price. So, and they have like the best cameras that are out there. They're not the best in the video department. I think some things are going to change with the new Pixel 6. I'm on Team Pixel. They're going to send me one of those phones. So I'm looking forward to checking those out so I can tell you, look, here's all the latest and greatest we have in 2021. If you need a new phone, here are some options. And of course, yes, there are lesser expensive ones. There are like mid-tier price ones. Like you could go out right now and get an iPhone 11. And it's going to be a fantastic phone you can use for 4 or 5 years. I mean, not the new BlackBerry is going to be here before then. I'm just saying, you don't necessarily need to go buy an iPhone 13 Pro. That's probably not the best step if you're moving from a BlackBerry. There are a lot of phones that you can get that have a great value proposition, that have great performance, that have great support, that have good security, as good as you can get. I mean, when you're not using a BlackBerry phone, and we don't have that BlackBerry security and reputation, there's just not an equivalent out there in the smartphone world. So I'm sorry. Some people are not going to be happy to hear that, but that's all I can tell you. So those are my concerns right now. I can't make OnwardMobility say anything. I can't come out and say, hey, look, this is when the phone's going to be here. I can't say, there's just nothing really that I can talk about right now. I think we've talked about it to death at this point. So I hope that we hear something soon. That would be amazing. That would be great. As far as I still know, the phone is still happening. If it wasn't, I mean, I wouldn't make this video for sure. But the thing is, I mean, there's nothing really at this point left that I can talk about. So I've had some people that have reached out. I have some people that are concerned about the status of what things are going on. But unfortunately, nothing has changed. So if nothing's changed, then it's not doing anyone any good. So this is just look, when something happens, I will tell you immediately, as fast as I can hit the record button on my phone, and then we'll go from there. But the biggest things I'm worried about right now, what are people going to use since we don't have the new BlackBerry yet? Clearly, it's not going to be here anytime soon. I mean, definitively, I can say, look, it's not going to be here in like a month, at least, because we haven't even had anything pass through the FCC. Now, I can't talk about when it's going to be here, but I can tell you, look, it's clearly not going to be here like immediately. So the biggest things I'm worried about are, transitioning over from BlackBerry 10, losing 2G and 3G, what options people are out there, can you still hold on to certain BlackBerries? Those are like the 4 things that are the most important to me and my viewers right now, because my bottom line is you guys need to be taken care of. You guys need to have a phone, and hopefully I can steer you in the right direction when it comes to that stuff. So I do have some more videos coming soon to talk about those things, but as the other phone comes and goes, I mean, I don't really have anything new from what I talked about a couple months ago. The rant video that I made, still very relevant, and I hope that we hear something soon. Still hopeful, still believe that this thing's going to happen, but it's one of those things where you just can't sit around and talk about it all the time when nothing's changed. It's not doing me any good, it's not doing you any good, and it's not changing the way things are. So that's all I've got in this video. Thanks for understanding. Thanks for being here. Yes, I still love BlackBerry. Yes, I still love the phones. And hopefully I have something new to tell you guys here in the near future. But that's all. If you have any questions or comments, of course, leave those down in the comment section. Love hearing from you guys. Love to talk about this stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there. And if you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.